Bakker, Naturopath from New Zealand. Thanks for coming back, and thanks for looking at another one of my videos. Yet another. You guys must be sick of all these videos by now. There's probably over 1,500 on YouTube with my face on them. It's awful, isn't it? Anyway, you're here for the information. Let's talk about stress, let's talk about eating, and let's talk about sugar. So I love reading studies, and I looked at an interesting study on PubMed. You can look this one up. There'll be the link in the description box below regarding this study, and it was published in 2001, San Francisco, USA. I think that's on the West Coast, involving 59 premenopausal women. So what they did, they selected for this study 59 women. They were not in menopause yet, they were younger than that, and what they did, basically exposed these people to stress on a certain day, and then they had another day called a control day where they exposed them to, well, not really stress, probably watching, I don't know, crazy cat videos or something, but they had a stressful day and then non-stressful day. And then what they did is they watched this group of ladies, what kind of calories they were consuming on the days when they were exposed to higher stress. So on those particular days, they found a cortisol spike with some women in particular, a very high spike. So some people are reactors, some people are super reactors, and some people are low reactors. Meaning, if you and I are walking down the street and a glass, well, let's say a window got broken on the sidewalk, one person next to me would be screaming, one would look around and laugh, and the other one would keep on walking and say, don't worry about it. So remember, it's not the stress, it's how you react or respond to the stress that makes the difference physiologically with you, okay? That can make a big difference between triggering a high cortisol release or a moderate or a low cortisol release is your reaction, all right? So they found the women with the highest cortisol spikes on the stress days in the study had the highest caloric consumption, mainly sweet foods, compared to the women who had the lowest cortisol spikes. And when they compared the stress days with the control days, they found a remarkable difference in the calories consumed on those stressful days across the board with women, you know, when they compared to the control days. So what we can learn from this is it's the events that occur in our life that can trigger responses in our body which can push us to want to go and eat sweet stuff. All right, so there's no doubt about it. People who are stressed and highly stressed often make the wrong call. They eat sweet foods, they drink soda drinks. So have a look at ways of reducing stress in your life and minimizing how stress impacts. You can't stop stress, but what you can do is minimize how it affects your health, all right, by compartmentalizing it, by finding ways to relax a lot more in your life and not letting people in particular wind you up like a clock, because some people are like that. They just love to push buttons and wind people up. So just remember that cortisol, or the stress hormone, has got very high predictive values in terms also of obesity and of heart attacks and diabetes and many diseases. Most people who end up in the emergency room with chest pain have got very high cortisol. So did the cortisol drive him there? Was the cortisol responsible also for pushing him into a cardiac arrest? Who knows? The point of trying to drive home with this video is understand the relationship with stress and poor health, particularly stress and obesity. Okay, that's a big one. Don't forget, click on the link in the box if you want my free Candida report. Thanks for watching the video.